Well, good evening. I really enjoyed the happy birthday to me a couple days ago. Really appreciate it. You sounded wonderful. All right, you have a Bible close by because we are going to be looking a couple of verses up. So while we're chatting a little bit, go ahead, get a Bible so you can look something up. And if it's close by, well, let's get into it. So I'm trying to catch up with you with the Action Bible. And we talked a little bit about light a couple times, but now let's talk about Adam and Eve, for example. And we know that Adam and Eve ate forbidden fruits, and they tried to hide from God. When Cain got angry and jealous of Abel, he killed Abel. What did he try to do? He tried to hide from God. But were they able to? Obviously not, because God knew where they were. Well, what does the Bible say about that? So, the first set of verses, either Scarlet or Daisy, look it up. If you could look in the table of contents, that's where we find all the different topics that are presented in a book. And whoever's looking that up, look up the book of Proverbs. It comes right after the book of Psalms. When you find Proverbs, whoever that is, look up chapter 15, verse 3. And oh, I forgot, Michael, if I'm talking too fast, you can always press pause. I forgot about that little interesting button there. So Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. And it says, "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good." God sees everything, even things that are in secret. All right? Now let's go. Whoever didn't look up the verse, now it's your turn to look up the book of the prophet Jeremiah. And this is the advantage of memorizing the verses, because you can kind of get an idea where Jeremiah is. It comes after Isaiah. So Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 24. Now, do you remember in my last video, I stressed the importance of education? The more information that you can get into your little heads, the better you're going to be successful in life. So I'm going to present something to you, and we get this, I think, from Greece, from way back when. The Greeks spent a lot of time learning all about thinking, and they came up with all kind of different theories of how a person thinks. And one thing they came up with is something called the rhetorical question. Can you say that together? Rhetorical question. That's a technique of asking a person a question, but not really looking for an answer, because the answer, everybody already knows what the answer is. For example, Daisy's outside playing and she's having a good time. All of a sudden it starts raining. But she's just so caught up in doing whatever she's doing, she gets soaking wet. And then finally she says to herself, you know what, I better get inside and get dry. She opens up the door, and there she is, dripping wet, and Daddy says, "Don't you know it's raining outside?" Well, duh, yeah you do. You don't have to give an answer, because you already know the answer to the question. Is it raining outside? Don't you know it's raining outside? The obvious answer is yes. I'll give you one more example. So Scarlet is home alone with Mommy, because Daddy is out with Vesper and Merrick and Daisy, and they're going shopping someplace. So it's just Mommy and Scarlet. And Scarlet's sitting at the table with a glass of milk, and she reaches for something, and she spills the milk. And then Mommy comes over and says, "Scarlet, did you spill this milk?" Well, duh, yeah, I did. You don't have to answer the question, because it's already known what the answer is. That's called a rhetorical question. So now, whoever looked up Jeremiah 23:24, we are going to find a rhetorical question. And it says, can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? Well, duh, the answer is no. No one can hide themselves from secret places. I don't care, you can go into the deepest mines, you can hide, turn out all the lights. God knows. God even knows your thoughts. Now, if you want scripture on that, I can take you to it. I won't do it now, but if you want to, let me know and I will show it to you. Anyhow, can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? No. Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord? The answer is yes. So that's how God knew that Cain killed Abel. That's how he knew where Adam and Eve were hiding when they ate the forbidden fruit. Talk to you later.